Guys, back for another Thursday night show here at the Loyal BBN Fan Show. I am your host, Michael, and tonight we're just going to have a good time. We're going to talk some football, basketball schedule. It's been released. I will reveal who actually told me that here in a little bit, who showed it to me first. UK basketball goes out and plays some football. And we also, on Thursday nights, we are going to have our Would You Rather questions as well, too. So with that being said, you guys know I always start my show off with the first part of the show is I gotta go with my right here. Show this right here. Take that out right there, and then we'll do this right here. So man, I'm glad to be here today, man. It's been a long, hot week, but what's new? J.W. Collins gets my first shout out for the YouTube view. So thank you so much, J.W. for joining me. I missed you, and good to see you tonight. Thank you so much for joining in. Who is going to be my first Facebook viewer tonight? I hope it's working. Let me make sure, because some of this stuff just it don't be working the way it should be. So make sure I turn this down. JW, how you doing, man? It's good to see you, bro. It's good to see you. What is going on? Okay, so yeah, so it's not showing on Facebook for some reason. So I'm gonna keep rolling. And yeah, it is. It's on Facebook now. I had to take a minute to actually get it there, but we're up and running, and now we're good to go. So yes, sir, work is me. Bro, trust me, I get it. I feel like when I get off work and between being beat down from the sun and everything, man, I just feel like I try to go to bed in enough time, but when I get up, I just feel like I don't feel like it. Roy T. Sanders, thank you for joining in. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me that you're here. Yes, sir. We're gonna come on in the room. We're gonna get started here tonight. This right here feels good. Thank you guys so much for deciding to tune in and hang out with me tonight. It means a great deal. I'm actually remember to doing my admin work first. So let's see. Do this right here. Let's see. Schedule. Playing football. Let's see if we can do this right here. My apologies for that. I cannot do this until I go live. So I got to take care of this. I'm trying to figure out. People will be coming in here soon. So hopefully we get this thing going tonight. Some energy. Let's go. Sometimes you got to generate some energy because sometimes it's just not there, but you have to learn to generate it even in situations like that. So let's just go, cats. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right here. This is what we're doing. Talking some basketball. Look, I seen the schedule out, and we gonna touch on the schedule. Believe me, there's no way for the schedule to come out for us not to talk about it. So we're gonna just jump right into that as well. I think the first thing that I want to talk about first thing is Antonio. Hey, Antonio, thanks for joining in. Go Cats. Thank you so much. Up in Western Kentucky, I appreciate you joining in. Thank you so much. Don't forget if you got a birthday, anniversary, or something special going on, please let us know so we can give you a shout out tonight. It's his family, and we like to celebrate each other and make everybody feel like they are very important. So thank you so much. Jeremy, thank you for joining in. I see you right here, listening to you. Thanks for Kentucky basketball. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're going to be talking about the schedule, guys. So we definitely, there's no way that we can not talk about the schedule. Um, I'm just doing this right here, and when I'm done with this, we will get right into what we need to talk about and have some fun here talking about Kentucky sports. Let's get it in, baby. Let's go. Yeah. All right, I'm done with that. Yeah, I'm glad that's always a painful part of the show. So who is this backing up? Terry Brown. He gets my first X shout out tonight. Thank you so much for joining in. It means a lot to me. We just gonna talk some UK basketball schedules. But look, first of all, let me go ahead and get my first would you rather question out of the way, and then after that we're gonna talk about. Then we'll get into that because I know the basketball schedule is definitely going to take up a lot of our time. So let's just get right into it. So my first would you rather question is: would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader? That's my first question for tonight. Or would you rather? Would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader? I think because both of those guys, I don't know if I want to talk like Yoda. So I will. Adam, thank you for joining in. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. Oh, actually, Angela. Angela. She gets my first Facebook viewer for the night. Shout out. So appreciate you. It means a lot to me. Adam, you just missed it. But I still got Dark Vader. I can scare some folks. I think, you could be in the dark somewhere and actually walk up on somebody and not talk, but just start breathing like Dark Vader. I think you might actually scare a couple of people. That is just true. So, like, what is, that little hair that rises up on the back of your neck? I think I'd rather tell you, man, just because. Darth Vader. I think I would too. Yeah, Yoda. Who wants to talk like Yoda the whole time? I can't even imitate Yoda. That's how bad it is. I'll leave that alone. So I do got two more good would you rather questions. So I will be breaking those up into different periods of the show. But I appreciate that as well too. So as people still come in, I have a very or some ladies might like it. Could be, it could be. I mean, look, we live in a world where people like a little bit of everything these days. So women might. Can you please talk like Yoda to me? Like you never know these days, JW. But I'm gonna leave that alone, okay? So you never know when that's gonna. But that's definitely going to happen. That is for sure. Man, I'm pumped up about being here tonight. I don't have a lot of energy, but when I come here, I definitely just got to raise up the bar, and I definitely just got to go live with you guys and just have fun. So that is exactly what we're doing tonight, and I appreciate everyone out there who's watching. Man, this is awesome. Kentucky schedule's out, and we're just going to have some fun tonight while we breathe like Darth Vader. How about that? That is exactly what's going to happen tonight. So thank you guys so much for that. I appreciate it. I will. So if anybody comes in and definitely wants to see it, I'll definitely throw that up as well too. But but to start the show off, really, I got a very, very unpopular opinion about the Kentucky men's basketball team. Yes, next subject, for real. The I have a very unpopular. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you guys out there have already seen the football video of Kentucky playing and Mark Pope running out of the tunnel with his hat and his football and these guys out here having fun. So my unpopular opinion about that is, hey Mark, welcome to the show. I appreciate it. My unpopular opinion about that is that stuff like that scares me. And with the way that we've had injuries and the way that we've had guys that we really was depending on that has gotten hurt in the year or like Bradshaw got his foot hurt last year and in practice and all this stuff going on. I'm not a big fan of that. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It's all about team building. It's all about the guys getting to know each other and everybody just relaxing off of the football field. I get all that, but you know that that scared me. So when I see that, I'm like, I don't know if I really agree with that. I don't know if I really like that. I know a lot of people like, oh man, this is great, man. People did, and it is great. Team building is amazing, and I think more companies and more people should do the team building outside of the normal everyday that they do, whatever the job it is, a sport. Get out, go bowling, whatever. But I just felt like I seen, and maybe somebody seen it too, and I didn't get to. I can't remember which player it was, but one of the players I think actually jammed their fingers because when I think the ball hit them and you can see them bending over, holding their hands. That's the kind of stuff that actually scares me. And that's we just one thing we talk about with Kentucky basketball is can we stay healthy? And these kind of things you never know. Football, you get out there running and falling and jumping, and you got to prove your macho-ness. And it's to me it makes me nervous. So that's my unpopular opinion about the men's basketball team out. We like to call it horse playing. Stop all that horse playing and let's get back to basketball. But I'm glad that those guys got out off the basketball court and just went out and just bonded. Hey, they said that we couldn't practice for so many hours. They didn't say that we couldn't go out and play football. Just out there just having fun. So definitely that's something I take that over being bowling. Lose it to Oakland. But bowling's a little bit safer though. I don't unless you bowl the ball and your fingers don't come out and then something happens. I get nervous, and maybe that's a bad thing about me. Sometimes I get nervous too easy. But I really want these guys to be healthy because we got a non-conference schedule that just hit the screen. I mean, that's hot off the press. That's something that we're going to talk about. I really hope that you guys can see it. I really hope that it's not too small because I'm going to be very disappointed. So maybe because of how, if it's small, then I won't be on the screen a lot with it. It'll just be on the screen by itself, just so I can make sure that hopefully that you guys can see it. But yeah, once again, I wasn't really sure how to really take those guys out playing football, falling on the ground, rolling, jumping up, turn ankles. It's just so many possibilities. But I guess you can't just put them in a bubble and says nothing's going to happen to you. I guess you still got to go live life and you still got to go enjoy yourself. So it was good to see those guys. You could tell that the spirits was up. You could tell that these guys are really, really enjoyed being around each other. And I think that is the message of the whole story is just going out and do it. So with that being said, hey man, let's just jump into the schedule. Once again, if I got to go off the screen, you guys can still hear me. I just want to make sure that the schedule is big enough so you guys can actually hear me. So thanks to Pam. Pam was the first one who actually sent it to me while I was in bed. I woke up and I saw it. So I just want to say thank you so much for sending it to me, Pam. And I hope that you guys can actually see this. If not, if you're able to pull it up in front of you, then that helps too. And then we can still discuss it. But let's go right into this right here. And let me put this up. 1 second. Okay, so I know right now that's going to be too small because I can barely see it. So I'm going to throw this up full screen. Is this something that you guys can see so we can go over it? I still got to squint my eyes just a little bit. So if I got to squint my eyes, then I know you guys got to squint your eyes too as well. But we start off with Wright State. That's the win. We should beat those guys. We should beat those guys heavily. Why not? We got them on November the 4th. Then we got Bucknell, November the 9th. We should beat them too as well. And everything starts on November the 12th. Everything starts on November the 12th, guys. This is when we can say Kentucky basketball is going to be good, or this is when we can say Kentucky basketball got some work to do, or we can say these guys are going to be freaking awesome. I think this is the test against Duke. This is in the Champions Classic. What a great year to have Duke with the type of team that we've all wanted, with experience, with people who can play basketball, with not a lot of freshmen. So I think this is the one that I think for me, this is even though we got some more down the schedule, for me, I think the absolute one that we need to get starting out the gate, we need to beat Duke. And if we can beat Duke, I think we're going to be okay. I don't think Duke is going to be the team that they've been in the past, but I think Duke still got some solid players on the team this year. But I think Duke is one of them games that that if you want the fan base behind you, and if you want the outlook of the season to look positive, then you got to go and you got to beat Duke. We need a Champions Classic win anyway. Joey, thanks for joining in. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. We need a Champions. I'll tell you that I found out that we would be hosting 1 and 2 rounds. Ooh, okay, that is some good news. See, when you got some inside guys, then man, when you just let me throw this up on the screen so maybe if everybody doesn't see it, put this up for a second. Just forgot to tell you that I found out that we will be hosting first and second round games here in Rupp Arena for NCAA tourney. Ooh, could you imagine? They wouldn't put us at home. I don't care how good of a season we have. They wouldn't put us at home, would they? Surely not. No, they wouldn't put us in our own backyard, would they? Oh man, they would have to put us very close. But I couldn't see them just leaving us there in Lexington because that would be crazy. Thanks for that information, JW. I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much. So we got to get that. We should get Lipscomb. Shouldn't be a problem. Jackson State, those guys. I think Western Kentucky coming in. I think those guys will have something that they might want to prove. They might come in and they might bring their best A game. But I don't see Western Kentucky beating Kentucky this year. So we can. So that right there shouldn't be a problem. Georgia State coming in. I don't see us losing to Georgia State either. That should be a game that we take care of pretty easily. Clemson might be a good team. No, I won't see. No, they won't. I can't wait to see who comes here. No, they won't put us in that region. I don't care how good of a year we have. That would be awesome. But they will put us if we have a really really great season. Then they would put us somewhere close to home, of course. But they would never put us in our backyard. But so that sounds good, and I'm curious about I'm just like you, JW. I'm curious about what teams would actually be there to actually to play in the first, second rounds in Lexington. That would actually be pretty good to see. That Clemson game, that Clemson, you know what I'm saying? That, we're looking past Clemson and we're going towards Gonzaga and Colgate and Louisville and Ohio State. But I don't think we should. I don't think it should be. I don't think Clemson should be a team that we overlooked last year. Once again, I just saw this when I was in the bed, so I didn't really have a chance to go look up Clemson's schedule from last year. But I think those guys. I think they got a lot of guys coming back from last year that can really maybe come in and play. And we actually at Clemson as well too. So that would be our first true road game, I think, because we haven't gotten an SEC play yet. So I think at Clemson should be our first real road game because Duke is a neutral court. So going to Clemson, that might not be as easy as people think. That crowd's going to be hostile, and so I'm just trying to figure out is Clemson at Clemson? Can we win that ball game? And it's crazy to think that maybe we wouldn't, but we're going to their home court. Those guys, they want to play basketball, and they definitely, like everybody else, want to knock off Kentucky at home. And, that's a game that I hope that, coming off of Georgia State, I hope we don't look over Clemson. That's another ACC. Oh, matter of fact, that's the ACC. Is that the ACC SEC matchup? So that's that game. I forgot. Hey, nobody. Thanks for joining the show. I appreciate you as always. Thank you so much. They hard. So, Clemson is going to be hard to beat at home, and people say we got to beat. My thing is I don't have a problem with going to Clemson and getting beat if that's the case, but we can't lose any of our other home like our home games to those little teams. No disrespect, but we can't lose to those teams. Like those teams, they can't come in. My thing is when I look at the schedule before we continue, my thing is what I look at is we can't, for us to be saying that we are a true team, for us to be able to say that we got a team that can win a national championship. These teams right here that we have, like Wright State, Buckner, Lipscomb, Jackson State, Western Kentucky, Colgate, and Brown, like these are the games that we got to take care of business, and we can't be sitting on the end of our seat hoping for a last second shot or hoping that we can just find a way to pull away in the last 5 minutes of the ball game. We just got to find a way that we can actually win these ball games in a good fashion, in a good in a way that's saying, okay, we got guys who are really can come here and can really play basketball and not just barely beat a Wright State. That's the kind of thing that we want to. Can we eliminate these guys having one or two players to come in that just seem to just have a career night against us? Can we eliminate that like we've been doing in the past? So I look forward to seeing those ball games, but I also look forward to seeing more so is how we handle that and can we take care of business. Pam's calling it right now. Pam's saying that we're beating Duke, and every game is winnable. Every game on this schedule is winnable. So after Clemson, it doesn't get easier because we're still on the road 4 days later to Gonzaga. Is this the year? And it feels crazy as a UK fan that I have to say this. Is this the year that we beat Gonzaga? Can we find a way to beat Gonzaga this year? Because we can't go 0-3 against these guys, right? Surely not. Surely we got to find a way to beat them. Because at best right now we can just. I think it's a 4-game series. Because I think we play next year in Nashville, if I'm correct. Somebody can correct me on it. But for me, we got to beat Gonzaga this year. It's like we can lose to Clemson, which I hope we don't. But we can go to Clemson and lose. But we can't lose to Gonzaga. We got to go. If we're going to go into a hostile environment and lose to Clemson, which is a very hard game, okay, whatever. We lost to Clemson, which is bad. We want to win the Classic. We want to win the ACC SEC Challenge. Absolutely. But I take a loss for Clemson if we can go to Gonzaga and get that, what's the name? It's the big blue boat. So I really hope that we can really do that. Ain't nobody. The reason why I told you that I was looking at the schedule when you sent it to me is because Pam had already beat you to it. So for me, we got to get low. So next we go into, of course, the Gonzaga game. We definitely got to get that. Next, we got Louisville. Louisville's going to be at home. So that's a game that we definitely got to get. Louisville's going to be better, I think, than they was in the past few years with their new head coach, with their transfer guys coming in as well through. I really feel like that this is a game that I really hope that we can find a way to win, that we can win this ball game against Louisville. We got to keep that streak alive. We got to keep it going. She sent it to me. That's a real woman. Okay, so she sent it to you too. We don't lose it. 90% are at Rupp. We don't lose it. Well, I hope we don't lose it, Rupp. I mean, we saw what happened last year. I can't imagine a world where we're afraid that we're going to lose 4 straight games at home this year. I like when I look at this schedule, outside of bringing in Louisville, and actually we play Ohio. Let me see, Ohio State's at Ohio State's in they're in New York. So outside of Louisville, like that's our only hard home game this year. And that's no disrespect to the rest of these schools. These guys they come out and they play, but for me, Louisville's the only game that I see that may be a trouble at home. Other than that, there's no reason why as far as non-conference goes, we still got to bring in some SEC teams to Rupp. But non-conference wise, I don't see why we should lose a game at home. Louisville, maybe, but other than that, we should take care of home court all year when it comes to non-conference. Cal can't coach his way out of his box, so that's why we lost at home. I guess so. Larry, hey, welcome to the show. I appreciate you joining in as always. So, Colgate, we should get Colgate. Louisville, let's beat Louisville. Let's beat Louisville right now, and let's take care of business. Let's go on the road to Madison Square Garden, and let's take care of Ohio State. It should be in Madison Square Garden. I don't think it's going to be in the Brooklyn Arena. I'm not sure what the name of that arena is, but I don't think it's going to be in that arena. So it should be Madison Square Garden for the CBS Sports Classic. It should be there. So we definitely got to beat Ohio State. I think those guys are going to come out wanting to win too as well. Look, it's just time that we win these ball games, man. Like I want to win the champion. I want to win the ACC SEC challenge. I want to win the matchup against Gonzaga. I want to beat Louisville, and I want to go to New York, and I want to win in New York. Like this is just what we have to do. We just have to the L's down right there. Just throw that in there when we beat Louisville on the 14th of December. That's exactly what we got to do. Son of a Gunner, thanks so much for joining. Linda, thanks for joining. I see you guys. It's good to have you guys here. But this schedule is extremely doable. Like there's no reason why we can't almost, if you think about it, if we just come to play. I know Duke is going to be hard. I'm not overlooking Duke, and I'm I know they're not the team that they have been in the past or whatever, but I'm not going to overlook those guys at all. But the thing that it really excites me about when I look at the schedule and when I think about our team and what we got this year, for me, it's just really all about like the experience that we got, and I just can't imagine with the experience that we have, with the coaching that we have, that we that we can't win some of these ball games. And what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't see why we can't go no worse than what is that? 13, maybe 11-2 at worst. I mean, I just if we go worse than that, then that means that we just didn't show up to play. But when the team already has seen the schedule before we see it, so that's just normal. But you don't think our guys look at Duke and be like, yeah, baby, we get to play Duke. You don't think they're gonna look at Clemson and Gonzaga and Louisville and Ohio State and says, yeah, we got to do this. So we have definitely got to go win these ball games and definitely make a nose. I mean, I think that just sets I think if we can beat Duke, beat Gonzaga, and beat Louisville, and beat Ohio State, I just think it sets us up for the season to be that much more, for it to be really, really special, and for the crowd. If you can go into January and going into conference play, being I'm gonna say, what is that, about 11-2 at worst, 12-1. I think the fan base is completely sold in. Pope is a mastermind breaking down teams like Duke. I'm all for that, and I really think that. I mean, I'm just trying to be realistic here, and I think we should beat Duke, and I think we should beat Gonzaga, and I think we should beat Louisville and Ohio State. I'm definitely all for that. So, are you guys saying with the schedule that we have in front of us? Are you guys saying that when we get into conference play that we should be 13-0? Is that, I mean, are you guys really ready to go out on the limb and really say that that's really what we're supposed to be doing? Knows that Duke is coming early. He knows to prepare. Nah, let's do it. I mean, let's look. I keep saying this. We are excited about football season starting. We are, but be honest. We really just want to say we want the football year to be good, but we want football year to be a kind of a blur and just kind of get over with so we can get into basketball. This is what everybody's waiting for. This is all everyone's talking about. People talking about football, not not what's going to happen with the football team, but what's going on with the basketball team. And I think that's the biggest thing right now. Cheer ex-UK players and head coach Calipari Crickets. If we beat them 4, we probably go undefeated. I'm seeing we could lose 3. I mean, and like I said, the 3 possible games that we can lose is Duke, Louisville, and Gonzaga. And I mean, if you want to be realistic, you can throw in a 4th with Clemson. Clemson's going to be at home. You don't think those guys are going to come in here? You don't think they're going to just show up on their home court and then not Cox this year in football? He's for sure bet. It's going to be fun to watch him. I think Marcus Cox is actually representing us in SEC Media Day 2 as well, JW. I look forward to seeing that guy. I look forward to seeing. I'm excited about football season. I'm ready to go, man. This is such a dry period, and we're holding on to any little news, any little information that we possibly can. And today is a pretty good day. It happened on a Thursday for the show, and we get to review and look at the schedule. So I think the schedule is going to be really, really fun too as well. Big Blue Wall is back. We definitely got some guys on the wall. I mean, we got experience in football, and hopefully that translates into some wins. I'm still holding out a prayer that we can go to Ole Miss and get a win, despite them saying Ole Miss is actually one of the best teams in the SEC this year. That's still to be seen. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. But overall, I think basketball should be good going into the first of the year. I don't see. I just want to go win the Champions Classic. When was the last time we won the Champions Classic? Was it when did we beat Michigan State the last time to win the Champions Classic? I can't remember the last time we won in the Champions Classic. We get beat by all these teams, and it's sad. So it's time for us to get back to business and time for us to start winning some ball games. And we need that early. Win for sure. I'm looking at it, Bucknell. Okay, so that's so we don't. I'm trying to think. Okay, so this is the schedule, but we don't have any early. Did we have any early games in like late October? Any of those games, or is our first game out the gate Wright State? Can someone confirm that for me? I'm fired up football and basketball. Let's go play ball and see what happens. I'm the same way, man. Let's just this slow period for all sports is a mess, man. It is, and we just sorry about that. We're just trying to figure out our way through it and seeing how we can actually just win some ball games. And this is so dry right now. But we should come out of this this is not a hard non-scheduled game, but I still think it's a game that can hopefully get us ready to go into SEC play and make some real noise and give us ourselves a chance to actually win the SEC this year. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy, but we got to be battle tested. And I think we got a few teams on this schedule right here that can get us battle rested and get us ready to take us into SEC play for real. Media days next week. Yes, it is next week. Those guys are going down to Dallas, I think it is. So that's going to be interesting to be able to see this schedule and the games that we can find a way to win. But we got to beat Duke. We got to beat Gonzaga. We got to beat Louisville. And I think we go to New York and knock off Ohio State. I just think, man, look, some of these guys are getting ready to play on some big stages now. We know the stage that Butler played on, so that's not new. We know the name that Crystal played on. I mean, on the stage that he played on. So that's nothing new. But these other guys who have not had a chance, Ansley, he played on the team that beat Purdue. So, Some of these guys have played on the big stage and had some big games, but I don't think it's going to be anything bigger than these guys walking into Madison Square Garden playing the Ohio State Buckeyes and getting the chance to beat those guys. So I really believe that. Audiences, I really believe we're going to surprise some people. Them two dudes are clowns on Sleeper YouTube, want to make fun on Pope. Um, those two dudes are clowns on Sleeper YouTube. Want to make That's okay. We will. Pope said, the best way that you can 11-2 is a good number, but I hope those 11-2 is not Duke, like Duke and Louisville. Like those are the two games that I want to win. I want to beat Gonzaga because for so long we always used to talk about Gonzaga. Well, Gonzaga plays out west. They don't really play anybody. They play at like midnight Eastern Standard Time, so nobody gets to watch them play. And they've only beat us the last two times. And we say, let them play a real team. Let them play Kentucky, and then Kentucky will take care of them. Well, we know how that's been the last 2 years. So we definitely, sleepers are haters, media for real. We definitely got to find a way to beat Gonzaga this year. We just do. We always says that the Gonzaga coach always outcoaches Pope. I mean, he always outcoaches Cal. So can Pope find a way to outcoach him? Can he be smart enough to coach Few? Can he find a way to outcoach Gonzaga this year and get a W? Got to beat the Zach. Hey David, thanks for the show. I mean, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. We got to beat Gonzaga, man. Like I'm so losing to those guys 2 years in a row. It's just why? Like why are we losing to those guys? Why can't find a way to beat them guys? So hopefully this year in the right system, up under the right coach, up under the right offense, and we playing defense, and we got older guys, maybe this year we can actually go out and knock off Gonzaga. That's one of the games that I'm looking forward to because we beat Duke before. That's what I'm saying. We're a better team than Duke, but we said that we're a better team than Gonzaga. We just can't figure out a way to beat them. So that's what I'm looking forward to. That's what I'm looking forward to actually seeing right there is us playing Gonzaga on the road in a neutral zone, and that should be. I think it's going to be in Seattle. That should be a really really fun game to actually watch, and hopefully by that time, which is December 7th, we've already knocked off a lot of rust. We've actually already started to define who we really are as a team. We got the different rotations down, the different players. We got everybody's ready. Football season's coming to an end by then, and matter of fact, when we play Clemson. Football season I don't know the date of the last game of the season for football, but it could be actually over that day or whatever day that is. I'm not sure if that's a Saturday or a Tuesday, but December 3rd is a special day for me too. Yeah, I can't wait. But we definitely got to beat the Zags, that's for sure. We couldn't beat them because Rupp's too loud for players to hear. Cappy had goal last year. I guess you might have something there, nobody. That's actually a really, really good point right there. So we have always been better than everybody until Cal came and ruined it. That's facts. Well, let's see what we got now. We don't have any of Cal. Look, here's the thing right here. All the Cal narrative of Cal couldn't coach or go or all of this stuff right here, that's completely out the window. And that's gone. We don't have no Cal players. We don't have any of that in the system. We got a new system now. If we losing games this year, then what's going to be the excuse? We got to take care of business, and we can't be losing these ball games. We got to go and we got to win. We got to act like we Kentucky, and we got to play like we Kentucky, and we got to win like we Kentucky. And that's what it all comes down to with this whole non-conference schedule. We got to go win some ball games. And by God, we need to run the table in non-conference and don't lose any. Why not that? That's not too crazy to think. I think we can do it. I think we got the players on the team that can go and win these ball games. Why do we got to be afraid of Duke? We're not. We're not afraid of Duke. Why we got to be afraid of Gonzaga? We're not. Why we got to be afraid to go into Clemson on their home court and win? We're not. Why we got to be afraid of Louisville? We're definitely not. Why we got to be afraid to go to Madison Square Garden and play Ohio State? We do not. This is the year that UK has got to go play basketball, and we got to win these ball games. We got to get back to playing. I want to see Rupp Arena freaking rock it, man. I want to see it loud. I don't want to keep going on the road in these hostile environments, and then we come home, and then we make it easy for these teams because we're not loud and we're not taking care of business. Come on, let's go, man. Let's get these ball games, and let's win. Yes, lots of first ever records for Cal, and they're not good for real. Clemson won't be. Clemson would not be a pushover, man. I'm telling you. When I didn't really have a chance to really look at it when Pam sent it to me earlier. But now that I'm looking at it, like that Clemson game, man, that scares me, bro. It does. That scares me as a UK fan. It shouldn't, but Clemson's bringing back a lot of players from last year, and you think those guys are gonna come in and just let our guys just walk all over them at home? No, those guys are gonna come locked and ready to go at home. They want to. UK ain't scared. You know that's right. I'm playing a team like Duke first game if it's the first game. That's not our first game, all of them. But as far as us getting our ears wet, getting our feet wet, seeing who we are as a team, we playing Duke, and I like it. I wish let's just play them right out the gate. Why not? Let's just see who's the best, and let's just start at the top and let's start knocking them off like dominoes. Duke is going to be ranked, so that'll be a chance to get a quad one win right there. Um, let's see, Clemson may be ranked. I'm not sure. Clemson may be ranked. That's a chance for us to get a win. Gonzaga is going to be ranked. We can get a quad one win there. Louisville's probably going to be ranked. They should be. That's a chance to get a quad one win. Ohio State's probably going to be ranked. That's a chance to get a quad one win. We got chances here, man. We gotta stack our resume, and we gotta stack it fast because the SEC, this is going to be a tough year in conference play, and we got to get all these quality wins that we possibly can right now, and then go in SEC play ready to play. If Clemson ain't got what we got something special, and it's the will to win. JW, you spitting facts, my dude. You spitting facts. It is, but I'm the kind of person is, and I always say this. While we look at the paper, look at the schedule, it says a team like Clemson ain't got what we got. They don't have the will to win like we got. I'm the kind of person is, let's play the game. I believe in that any given day, any given team can be beat by any given team in the right circumstances. No one thought we was going to lose to Oakland. No one in the nation. We busted every bracket except those guys who actually went to Oakland. That's it. We Kentucky losing. Nobody's seen that happen. So any given day, any given team can win. People can get hot. They can just start going off, and things can happen. But if we want to be defined as a team this year, if we want to say that Kentucky is back, that's the kind of game that we got to go on the road and win in a hostile environment. Duke is not necessarily a hostile environment because it's the class. I mean, it's the champions. Bro. Wow, my fault tonight. I think my throat and everything's still trying to wake up a little bit. But I think these are the teams and these are the games that we definitely need to get that win. And I think this building confidence going into if we can end that non-conference going, man, let's just dream. Let's just dream a little bit, guys. 13-0. Is it 13 games? 12 games? 13-0 going into conference play. You don't think all eyes is going to be on Kentucky if we go into conference play 13-0? You don't think the crowd at Rupp Arena is just going to be lit all the time? Out of the ring. I'm taking the Zags out of the rankings. You never know. I mean, I don't know what kind of team they're going to have this year, but either way, they didn't really have the best team last year. They didn't have the team like they've been had, and they thought, well, Gonzaga losing a lot of players. Timmy and all those guys are leaving. So what kind of team will Gonzaga have? Just a good enough team to beat Kentucky. That's all. So, at the end of the day, we just gotta show up and just go. We go 13-0. We be top 10 going in SEC play. I think we will. I think we will be top 10 if we can beat all those teams. Think about it. If you can knock off Duke, Clemson, Gonzaga, Louisville, and Ohio State, come on, man. I don't see why you wouldn't be top 10. For sure. They say, don't scream or yell at them. You pull them over to the side and tell them how to do it. And that's a positive way, man. You got to communicate. You really, really got to communicate. In my own opinion, see all the players interview. One word sums it up. Key word together. Togetherness. That's it. And that's why, even though I didn't really, and I just commented on on the football video earlier of us playing football. That's the one thing that I take from that is, even though I think it's dangerous or whatever, in the sense of we want to stay healthy, rolling ankles, coming down, whatever. Um, Togetherness is what matters the most, man. And you can tell those guys are out there, and you can tell that those guys, each day that goes by, these guys are building a bond that is the together. That is their togetherness is coming together. What Coach Pope is putting off is infectious, and these guys are rubbing, and these guys are absorbing all of it, and they're taking it in, and they're forming this fast brotherhood here at Kentucky as players. And I think that's what's going to be really, really big here, and the maturity of everything. Yeah, we actually have a team of players that want to wear the UK jersey over the NIL this year. Let's see. Nobody. Let's see how this all translates into our wins this year. And I think that goes a long way when guys have look, when you have opportunity to come to Kentucky and you wasn't recruited by Kentucky, and Kentucky's been your school for a long time, is one thing about it. I'm gonna take this off the screen right now. Thank you guys so much. It's one thing about it when you can bring guys in here who really, really want to play at Kentucky and really understand the history of Kentucky, really understand that Kentucky's the best program in college, and the best program in college. There was I saw someone that actually posted about the revenue about Kentucky and how much basketball it brought in through the 22-23 season, and the closest to Kentucky was North Carolina at 15. I think it was 15 million. Kentucky was at $22 million. If you don't think Kentucky basketball matters, people tell me Kentucky basketball don't matter no more. Kentucky basketball ain't gonna win it no more. Kentucky basketball just ain't the same no more. If you don't think Kentucky basketball does not matter, then you don't know college sports and you don't know college basketball. Kentucky's always going to be relevant. I don't care if they win in championships or not. People want to see Kentucky play. Kentucky, when Kentucky's good, Kentucky basketball is much better when UK is good. I tell anybody, has anybody noticed that all the new players know a lot about Kentucky basketball, and it's not all about the NBA? They know and talk about the older players, and that's a reflection of what nobody said earlier, JW, about the guys really want to be here at Kentucky, and I think that's what matters the most. Is like the younger guys who we had before, they just know the John Wall era on up until now. They don't know the history of it. They don't know. All they know is John Wall played here. These guys play here, and I want to play here because Coach Cal, and that's why I want to be here. But these guys really, really want to come and play. They really want to play basketball at Kentucky, and I think that's exactly what they. That is what's going to help us translate into some wins. Where maybe if we had different coaches here, maybe that wouldn't happen. They all say they always wanted to go to UK. Cal just couldn't get his kickback from the NBA off them, but they fit Pope's system, and that's it, man. Like that's we got. I mean, I am going to dream big for the basketball team this year, and I'm going to say that we're first of all we're going to beat Duke, and once we beat Duke, then we're going to go 13-0. Let's just put that out there because I don't think any other team that we're going to play is going to be better than Duke. And once we knock off Duke, then we're going to show up and we're going to go 13-0. This team has a great shot at being something special. We could really enjoy this season. Last season was awesome. Love that team, but let's see what this team and Coach Polk can do. Go Big Blue. I agree with you, Mark. We just got to just see how this goes, and continue to root for our team and everything, and just believe that the best thing can possibly happen for our team too as well. We may be top 10 beating Duke. I'm excited, and let's just do this. The thing about the rankings is, I don't know if they're gonna have Kentucky very. We might be like number 20, anywhere from 20 to 25 going into the season in the AP poll. They just not giving us a lot of love. So we got a lot to play for. We got a big chip on our shoulders, and I think that's going to be the biggest thing with the Wildcats this year is actually doing that. is just seeing if we can knock off Duke, get on a roll, and see if we can win some of these ball games, and then just start earning some respect again, like UK is supposed to, and getting people more excited than ever than they have in the past few years. Um, has us 15. ESPN um, pick has us number 15. 15, okay, that's good. Um, but you know, our guys ain't gonna be satisfied with that. I'm worried about the AP poll. I think that's the one that everyone really looks at the most. But you know, ESPN is viable. You know, they have a viable ranking too as well too. Yeah, um, I'm gonna take a little slight break from that. I'm gonna throw up my second. Would you rather? Uh, this is pretty crazy. I want to see the TBT game to see actually how far we are. And I think the scrimmage is supposed to be. I'm not sure if it's. Um, Nobody sent me a video, and I watched. I watched some of it, and they looking at the scrimmage maybe around July the 17th. I think it is because I think they start July the 19th with the ball game. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. They couldn't really. Malone couldn't. I think it was Malone. Couldn't really say if it was going to be streamed or not. He's just kind of waiting to see what UK is going to do overall to see what they can do. So, um, hey, I agree with you, Pam. Absolutely, we just need to show up and win some games. We need a summer league in the NCAA. That would be fun. That would be really really fun, for sure. So my second question for would you rather. Um, Excuse me for asking this question. I seen it and I thought it was funny, so I actually asked. Going to use it. But here's the second one. Would you rather right here? Uh, would you rather use sandpaper as toilet paper or hot sauce as eye drops? Which one? I'm probably going with the hot sauce because I don't use eye drops every day. So that's that's probably the best one for me. And I'm definitely going. I don't even eat hot sauce. Hot sauce is nasty. And don't give me no people. Please don't give me no back for that because I say hot sauce is nasty. I don't do the hot sauce stuff. That stuff is nasty. But this is my second. Would you rather question? Would you rather use sandpaper as toilet paper or hot sauce as eye drops? Go. Yeah, I leave it at sandpaper. I'd rather see. Okay. Ugh, hurts. I'm gonna go with because yeah, definitely gotta go with sand. I'm just thinking about rubbing sandpaper over my skin. Nah, I'm good. I just be black and won't white. I guess so. So I guess you just have to. I just go blind. Hot sauce, hot drops. I know that's a very off the wall would you rather question, but I had to ask it when I seen it because I was like getting you guys' thoughts and you guys' funny comments on some of this, so I definitely had to ask it. So forgive me if you just joined in for the first time and you're seeing this live and you're like, "What am I watching? This is crazy," but this is what we do on Thursday nights. Me, hot sauce, eating good. I don't do hot sauce. I leave it. I leave it alone. I do not. I don't like spicy food, so that's me. Sorry for being late. Had to build a chicken tractor and get the chicks in it. Well, Earl, thank you for joining in. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope you got your chicks in. That is for sure. Uh, I don't like the question. My next question. Okay. Pam said next question. Yeah, let's do it. I don't have the next one just yet. I'll wait till a little bit. I'll wait a little bit longer for that one. So I take this out. Harold, what's up, brother? I'm gonna take this off the screen right here, and that was my second question right there. But I think really just the biggest thing is, man, it's just us, our guys that's coming out in basketball this year with our non-conference schedule, and just trying our best, man, to just go 13-0. Can we go 13-0? But you know what? Losing is not always a bad thing. It gives you a chance, especially early. Like if we're gonna lose some games, let's go ahead and lose them early in the season because I don't want in any situation, any case whatsoever, to have to lose a game early in March or March Madness. Um, I definitely don't want to do that. I want to get our bumps and bruises out of the way. I want to heal. I want to learn from it because going into the tournament, I definitely going 40-0. Well, does Rob play tonight? Does anyone know? That I don't. He's playing in the summer league. I assume, right? See, I don't even JW tired, but got it done. I don't get to. I have to go back and watch the replay on YouTube. I don't get any of that over here, so that's the downfall about being overseas. Is I don't get all the good information that you guys actually that you guys actually get back stateside. So I definitely look forward to coming back to the States, being on real time. No more getting up at 2 a.m. in the morning doing shows. Look, I love talking UK, but I am exhausted. I am. And when I got to get up at 1 o'clock in the morning to get ready for a 2 o'clock show, man, it's exhausting. It takes a toll on you. And I go on vacation and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go back. I'm excited. And the first time I got to get up at 1 o'clock in the morning to get ready for a 2 o'clock show, my body is saying, you do realize that you're not 25 anymore. And I'm reminded every single time. So I'm definitely exhausted with that. Does everyone know the Russian? Okay. I had it on my. I know I had a. I had it because the Harrison twins are playing. Willie is playing. Bledsoe is playing. Orton is playing. Kelly is playing. Nate Sestina is playing. Travis is playing. They got Cantor's brother. He's playing as well too. So did I miss anybody? I'm trying to think if I missed anybody or not. I had it up. Well, I had it from for the last show. I read it out. So I'm not sure if I can find it, but it's not. Oh, we got Dorian Lamb. He's playing as well too. So will it? So I mean, when we scrimmage, we can talk about this again. When we scrimmage, are you guys expecting us to beat them guys? That's squad. That's a squad baller. Yes, that's a squad. Do we have a chance at staying on the court with them? That's my question. Man, I need to eat more. My stomach is empty. Sorry about that. The first, this is, I'm going to throw this right here back up for Harold, okay? He's asking what was the first question right here. The first question was, um, would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader? This is for Harold. He's at street ball time. This is straight street ball. To do what you want to do, huh? Harold, this is the first question. Would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader? So people went with Darth Vader unless it's a lady who wants her man to talk like Yoda. But that's another topic for another show. That's for sure. But that was the first one. So appreciate that. Right here. If Pope was coaching, TBT probably not, but Eulis is. So we got a chance. I mean, I wouldn't underestimate Eulis. I'm pretty sure he's gonna go out. He know that understand that his voice is gonna be heard. Coaching, he know his voice is gonna be heard, but maybe limited when he goes to when he's with Cal. Talk like Yoda. I would. So, I think I'll breathe like Darth Vader. For sure. And you don't have to look at me. All I gotta do is just be feel. You crack me up. So, well, my tush is delicate and my eyes are too. I just rather pass. Ready to just pass on. Yeah, man. This is that sandpaper. I don't know, bro. Like that's like you gotta like at least the eye drops. At least you can that's gonna go away in a couple of minutes. I got a question. Has anybody that's watching the show has anybody out here been pepper sprayed before? Have you ever had pepper spray in your eyes before? Just isn't a question for me. I got you. Absolutely. Like I said, it was one of those questions where I saw it. What grit we talking? So, oh yeah, well, 200. I think I'm not very savvy with the sandpaper stuff, but let's just throw out 200 for sure. But has anyone ever been pepper sprayed before, whether by the law, whether for your job, for training, or I'm just curious if anybody's ever heard it. Has anybody ever did it before. So I had my first pepper spray when I was living in Japan, and that's one of those. Yeah, we all have seen Cal coach for sure. I just think it's gonna be a fun year, man. I really think it's gonna be a fun year, and I'm not just I'm not just a Kentucky homer or a Kentucky big fan, or but it's not fun. Nobody, no pepper me. I've been pepper sprayed before, and it is not fun at all. So being in the military, being on a ship, when you stand watch, you got to carry a gun, of course, and you just got to be prepared. So we had to go, everyone for the ship. Whenever you get there, if you have it, you had to get called, and that call was getting pepper sprayed, and you just couldn't get pepper sprayed. You had to get pepper sprayed, and then you had to go through a maze. You had to fight your way through a maze with the pepper spray, and it was not nice whatsoever. I probably rather be tased. I think I would too, because you could just freeze up, fall. If they take it off, and you go on with your life. But even after you wash it off with a fire hose and just bundles and bundles of water, I got it all, and I was good to go. They released me. They said, okay, you can go home now. Take the rest of the day off, and just go home, relax, whatever, get your eyes back together. So I went home and I took a shower. Ooh, I still had some pepper spray in my hair, and it just rolled down my face and got in my eye in the shower. That's that was an experience in my life that I don't wish on anybody. So if a cop come up to me and they even hit like they pulling out pepper spray, hey man, I'm good, bro. Don't even worry about it. I'm on the ground. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Please don't chase my I haven't been pepper spray. But yeah, you got to fight your way through this maze, and they hit you with these rubber bats, and they hit you with the bags, and then you got to wrestle somebody down, and I'm like, look, man, it ain't that serious, bro. I'm in Japan. Ain't nothing breaking out right now. Uh, but it's going to be a fun year overall for Kentucky basketball, and I think it's going to be fun football too. I think the football team is going to surprise some people as well. And we just, as a Kentucky fan, anything's better than what we're going through right now. And this is always a dry period. This is this is the first year that I've worked or that I've been doing videos all the way through the summer. I've never worked through the summer or I never did videos during the summer. So this out here has definitely been a stretch for me. This is new for me. I have people who do it every year. I applaud them for them. This is extremely hard. But when you got people like yourself that show up and we just have fun for a little bit, that's always a great thing for sure. To just hang out and talk UK football. So also, if you haven't had a chance to watch yet, I put up a video about recruiting, what's going on with recruiting. You guys can go check that out too as well. I also put up a fun video as far as if you can go back in the time and watch one ball game or watch a ball game in person, which ball game would you choose to be at? So that was pretty good too. I'm old and don't run. If you see me run, either something after me or something bad is happening, might want to run the way I'm going. For real, for real. This is the hype I've been about during the summer. It's a lot. I mean, it's a nobody. I know you're hyped because you send me a lot of stuff, so I know you really excited about it. But there's a lot of things going on right now, man, and I think a lot of people are just they're at a level of excitement for Kentucky basketball where we're just like, can we just start today? Why do we have to wait? But we understand it's a process, and these guys are building a team. They're getting smarter. They're learning offense, and they're building a team a team that we can believe in, a team that we can trust, and everything. This is the only room in the house, man, that makes my nose run because it's cold. This is the only room that actually does it. I'm ready for UK basketball. That is for sure. Absolutely, I'm ready for that. For sure. Um, I think you're right, Mike. We're gonna have a fun year. Go catch. Yeah, everything. I think everything is gonna work itself out. I really, really believe that as well too. I think things are gonna be really good for us this year, and I look forward to seeing how this all turns out. Yeah, Let's see. I'm gonna throw up this video. This comment. Let's see. Yoda. Harold said, "Yoda, I will. I when I used to be on the road working, stop. I'm working at some restaurants for a break, and they would have John Wayne toilet paper rough and tough and didn't take crap off anyone. I don't want no sandpaper. I don't want no sandpaper anywhere on my body. Believe me, I would cry. I'm just that kind of dude. I don't do pain at all. I don't like it. Nobody says caught myself watching gymnastics, hoping UK was playing Arkansas. ready, me too for basketball. I think a lot of people are just ready, man, for basketball. I think this summer has just taken its toll. I mean, you remember a time when we used to look forward to summer as just people. It'd be like, okay, summer's here, vacation's here, and now we just can't wait for the summer to get over with, just so we can get some sports. And I think that's where we at in our life right now. It's just, for the kids, I guess it's good, no school. But for us, we understand that when the summer comes, this is a dreadful down period, and we just look forward to some sports coming back up for sure. That's what makes us smile, and that's definitely what makes us happy as well. Let me see. What is my last question for the thing? Uh, okay. I actually got it. I'll wait for that one. I'll wait a few more minutes for that one. Tonight wasn't going to be necessarily a long show tonight, but we definitely had to come and talk about the schedule, the non-conference schedule, which is going to be good. There's a chance that we can actually, for real, go 13-0 if we show up to play. I think there's an opportunity for us to do that. Um, Matt Shorts really stand by that we could be 25-6 before the SEC tournament. I think he's mentioned that before. Thanks, Matt, for joining in. I appreciate it. Um, so lava out of the mines, close to sandpaper, but didn't get the goodies with it. That's for sure. I used to use lava with grit, getting out of the mines, close to sandpaper, but didn't get the goodies with it. So, well, that's good then, because I think I remember that lava. So used to use lava with grit, getting out of the mines. Um, yeah, that mine work. Ooh, nobody used work in the mines. That's hard. It takes all types. I'm an old leather, hard hand worker and got a really high pain for tolerance. No, I don't. I don't. Like if I just hit my finger, I have to step away so people don't see me shed a tear. So I hold it in until I leave and I'm by myself and then I let it out. Uh, no way we have 10 losses this year. I hope not. I hope we don't have 10 losses this year. If we have 10 losses this year, oh man, dude, we definitely can't lose both games to Tennessee. Um, got to beat Arkansas. Got to beat Alabama. Got to beat Auburn. These are we can't lose definitely can't lose the Vandy neither time. I, it's just like the possibilities of what we could be doing. The record that we could have if we just show up and play. Um, as long as I don't see my own blood, I'm good. So for sure, as long as I don't see my own blood, I just turn away and don't do it. For real. Uh, takes all kind. I used to be. So let's just see what this team actually has to do this year. I think it's going to be I think it's going to be a lot of fun tonight. I mean, not tonight, but this season. And I think it's going to make a lot of people happy. And it's just going to signify who Pope is as a coach and what he can do. And I think that's going to be big for recruiting. Once again, if you haven't already, I put out me and JC. He came on and we recorded a update for recruiting. So please go ahead and go check that out. If you would, go give it a like and subscribe as well too. I really appreciate that as well. I'm gonna go ahead and put my last question up tonight. Um, the last question for tonight is. Most of us is in a relationship, but I still want to ask this question. Would you rather marry someone who doesn't love you or marry someone that you do not love? Uh, wow. I'm just looking at this at a different perspective. My own self. Marry someone who doesn't love you or marry someone you do not gets degrees and suit off. So marry someone who doesn't love you or marry someone you don't love. I think I would much rather marry somebody that I don't love, because at least I get to come home to somebody uh, who I know loves me and likes me. So I won't be in a hostile environment. I know how to control my emotions, but I would definitely hate to come home to somebody who I know doesn't love me, because that's just gonna be miserable. Somebody I don't love. I have the advantage. Yeah, I think so too. And so it says I already did both when I got pregnant. That's why I've been single for so long. That's funny right there. I think I would rather marry somebody that I don't love, because I have the advantage of knowing, okay, I know how to control the environment, at least up to my part of it as well. I'm to be able to do that. So that's for sure. Definitely be able to marry somebody. So that's my last question of the night. I'm very much blessed. I married my best friend who I love, and she loves me. Yes, Hurl, you are blessed. Yes, you are. And anyone else out here who has a wife and husband that is married and happy, you guys are blessed. But for the sake of the question, Hurl, which one would you choose? So uh, I'm going with I don't love you, but I like you because you're a good person. You can cook. See, I can marry somebody that I don't love because maybe they're a good cook. You know what I mean? I'm married for what I needed. I needed somebody that can cook, so that's what I did. Uh, oh, absolutely, I agree with that. And everyone, if you have a spouse, wife, or husband that you love and that they love you back, you're definitely blessed 100%. I just thought it was a fun question, but yes, if you're in a situation like that, you can always do that. And I just want to give a small shout out to my wife. For years now, my wife is we own a business, and we own a beauty business. But for many years, man, my wife has always wanted to go back to school to be a nurse, and she never could let go of it. And at certain times, she's like, "No, I don't think I want to do it." And so finally, yesterday, um, my wife went and signed up for classes, and she's going to start her nursing. Well, she's got to do all her. She's got to finish up some prerequisites or whatever. But she has finally decided to go back to school and get her nursing degree. Her nursing degree. So I just want to give her a shout out. I know we got a lot of stuff to figure out how we're going to do this time management with her at school and when I come back home and whatnot. But I'm just really excited that she really finally took that opportunity to just go ahead and say enough's enough. This is what I want to do, and I want to go to nursing school. So big shout out to my wife. Give a shout out to my wife, Kathy. She is the best. Kathy from JW. Thank you for allowing us to actually have him for a few minutes tonight. I know he loves you, but he loves Big Blue too. So thank you for being such of the great woman that you actually are. Thank you, Kathy, for letting JW hang out with us tonight. I know he's been busy working, as he said, but we really appreciate that as well too. So thank you, ma'am, for your support and letting him come and hang out with us, cause it means a lot. Thank you. Nobody says I did nursing 3 years after getting hurt in the mines while raising two kids by myself. Not easy, not easy at all. We only got one daughter now that's starting high school. She's gonna be a freshman this year. So hopefully by the time I get home, my wife will be well, and she'll be getting ready to end her semester or whatever. Um, but um, I'm just really, really proud of her that she finally took that step. And maybe if I was more aggressive in pushing her, maybe towards getting it, maybe she would be done by now. But she's really big in the she's really big in the beauty industry, and I think that's kind of had her heart. But I think she is. I think she's just kind of just like, I just want to go to nursing school. But I'm done. I told her if she has any issues with math in her statistics class, don't ask me about it at all. I don't know how to do it whatsoever. I got a B in that class, and I moved on with my life, and that's the only thing that matters to me. I don't have to do it anymore. So um, that is it. So, guys, it's been a good show tonight. Usually Thursday night shows are a lot longer, but let's just be real, man. It's not a lot going on right now. But we had to come on tonight and at least, hey, you welcome, JW. No problem whatsoever. I appreciate it. Give me that opportunity to actually give her a shout out. Look, this is my show, man. and I don't really take ownership like maybe I should. But when it comes to being able to just say hi to somebody or thank you to somebody or just giving a shout out to somebody, man, this is my show. That's who I am as a person. I really enjoy that. So giving a shout out to Miss Kathy, why not, man? Let's get it done for real. And anybody else too, you're on the grind. So Kathy's a good one for real. So I even Carol, but she needs to take a few psychology courses. Hope she don't realize this chat's crazy for BBN. Well, she already has her associate's degree, but because she's actually changing schools, she's already had her psychology classes. Those classes are done. Now she's just, of course, nobody. She's got to go heavy on the sciences and like stuff like that. She did when she was younger. She did get a. She probably don't want me to say this out loud, but she's got to retake her sociology class because she got a D in it when we lived in Hawaii. I don't think her mind was into it very much, but in credit to her, she was younger and she's like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. But she got a D in sociology, so she definitely got to go back and take that over again. And this time, I know she's going to enjoy it a lot more than she did as well too. She won't get an A like I did in sociology, but she's okay. She's a good one, that's for sure. As I think who said that earlier? Nobody said that. So Kathy's a good one, that's for sure. But hey, man, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate you guys for real. Um, I don't know if there will be a show on Monday night. It's just not a lot. It's just not a lot going on. My body is really beat up right now. It's tired. People are like, well, you just came off vacation. When you got to work in the sun all day and then you come home and then you get up, you only get 4 hours of sleep and then you right back up doing a show, your body wears down really, really fast. So right now, I would post it. I don't think it's going to be a show on Monday, but we'll be back on Tuesday night. We'll be doing probably for the rest of the summer. We'll probably just be doing a Tuesday and Wednesday night show for sure. Because, if I can go Tuesday night, take a break with my body of getting up so early, getting a good night's sleep, and then Thursday, I don't have to work the next day. I just think that keeps me from getting, that gets me from getting burnt out. And I know that I added the Monday night show recently, maybe about a month ago, and I'm sorry to take it away. But I got to think about my health because I get beat out. Really, I get beat up with the sun. So I'm already thinking about, can I go on vacation again just so I can sleep? So I don't want to have to worry about doing that all the time. But definitely our show will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'll make sure that I post that. I was really nervous about saying that. People asked me if I can go more. But when the season starts, we will readjust the schedules. We'll readjust the times and stuff like that. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't get burnt out and I don't have to resort to going on vacations once a month just so I can sleep. So definitely microbiology. We had a test three. We had to test 3 places we thought we were nasty on campus to culture bacteria. I tested the toilet seat, poke matching buttons, and the door handle in the toilet was way cleaner for real. I'm sure it was. Oh, that's gross. I know she's gonna have fun with this. So I'll definitely tell her that you guys definitely send you guys just congratulations and everything. Rest up, brother. We have some, and we will. So thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you guys understanding that. Not everybody that watches the show is here, so that knows that. But I just had to put that out. Maybe I should put it out the first of the video because no one watches the whole video anyway. So, but yeah, I just definitely want to make sure that I'm not burning myself out. I don't, when I get home, I'll be able to do shows at a regular time. My body won't be so tired, and I won't have to lose so much sleep. I think I got up the other night at 9:30, and I didn't go back to bed until the next day. I didn't go back to bed until the next day at like 5 p.m. So I was exhausted, and that's just something that you just can't do, especially when you're walking around outside. Especially when you're outside walking around in 114-degree weather, you won't last long at all. And I think I got to think about my health first before anything. And I can't be sitting at red lights going to sleep, and then that's just not good. So I got to think about my health. But I thank you guys for your understanding. Thank you guys so much. It means the world to me, and I'll make sure that I do a post of that. And but the thing about it though is, even though I'm only going to do 2 lives a week, My goal is still to upload videos. I'm not gonna go away from that. I can just do that. I can do the videos, upload the videos or whatever when I'm rested and everything. But definitely, as much as I want to go 3 days a week, I just can't right now. My body is just saying it's just not possible for you to keep that up. That's crazy. But I want to make sure that I do things right and healthy and make sure that at least the 2 days that we are together, that we can have some good quality shows and not just something that we just gathering about. But it can be good shows. So thank you guys so much. It means a lot for you guys for understanding, and I'll definitely post that. And until next time, go Cats. Great non-conference schedule. Let's go 13-0. Appreciate that. Thank you, JW. It means all that means a lot, man. Like I told you guys, I'm sensitive, so I'll probably cry when I turn off the camera. So don't hold that against me though, for real. But you guys know when sports kick back up, there'll be plenty of stuff to talk about, for real. So I won't be home during the football season. I'll be home for the bowl game, but definitely for basketball seasons. All them games, I'll be home. I'll be doing games right after the ball game, the post game shows, and all that stuff. So we will definitely click back up and always good to go. So please hit the like button. I appreciate that very, very much. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And man, thank you guys, and go Cats. Y'all, you guys have a good weekend, okay? We love how soft you are. Thanks, Earl. I always knew I liked you. Fist bump. Thank you so much. You guys have a good evening, man. Thank you. Go Cats.